So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Mike and Melissa here.
Hi.
I kind of caught Melissa off guard. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got the trailer hooked up to the truck. I need to go get a tire fixed, and then I need to pick up another roll of Geotextile for down at the wood yard. And then we're going to use what's left of it down for the driveway on the West Virginia property." But is there anything you would like to talk about today, Melissa? I know I'm catching you off guard here.
Well, I'm happy that the rain yesterday and it's sunny today because I have plans with people coming up, some ladies coming over from church this afternoon.
Yeah.
And
it was a mess yesterday. Rained a whole bunch.
yes.
But a nice day today and nice cool temperatures as well. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna.
Mike saw an owl this morning.
Yeah, I just saw a big barred owl down at the wood yard.
These birds over here in these
Yeah.
trees fighting.
But
Prime real estate.
who's this coming? So what's going on, Eva?
Not much.
You enjoying summertime since you're off school?
Yep.
Yep. What are you doing now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Cleaning my room. I've been cleaning my room every day. Every day there's a new mess.
Okay, so what that means is she does clean her room. She has stuff underneath her bed, and she stacks it in my bedroom. And it's like, here,
Yeah.
I don't want this anymore. I'm like, okay. So
Get
now
started it.
Well, I'm going to work on a list of things for you to do.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Start the list. Get to work.
Well, I'm going to get on the road. So I have a slow leak on one of the tires in the dump trailer, so I'm going to head out to the tire shop and get that fixed. Hopefully it can be fixed. About a month ago, I took the deck over trailer out there, same thing, and I had run a big piece of metal through a tire. So we're going to get that taken care of and then head up to Interstate Pipe and Supply, pick up a roll of Geotextile, and back to the house. All right, got my tire fixed. Did not need a new tire. Now we're off to get some Geotextile. All right, just pulled into Interstate Pipe and Supply. Thanks. I'm gonna walk over and look at those tanks. So here's a 400-gallon freestanding. Fit through a 29-inch, well, it's 29 inches wide. All right, so I got my Geotextile unloaded, and the other day in a video when I was using this stuff, there are a lot of questions from people that have never used it before, so it's a good question. Why do I use this? It makes a really good road. You know, you put that down first, some number 3 rock, and then some 2A limestone, and what this stuff does, it keeps your base rock from sinking down into the ground. It does, it really tightens it up. Especially in soft areas is where you want to use this stuff. Now this particular product right here, this is called woven Geotextile. There's both woven and non-woven. You want the woven, you can see it, for underneath your driveway. Now I don't use this everywhere, just use it in high traffic areas or, you know, where the sub base is a little bit soft. One downside to using this is, you know, you use a lot more rock initially because you need about at least a good 4 inches on top of it. But long term, you save on rock because it doesn't sink down into the ground. Now out here, like in the middle of the wood yard, I don't put that down because that gets all covered in wood chips and sawdust. And I can just put the land plane on or run the skid loader over it, grade it up again, you know, once or twice a year and it's good to go. It's not as easy to do that with this, because you don't want to get into that fabric when you're grading it up. Then you have a big mess. I had another question the other day, and I get this quite often as well. This was from Alan. He said, just curious, when you visited the plant in another video that was pouring a concrete wall for a ramp, I think he's talking about over at Adler Tree Service, they showed bins of 2B gravel, and he has gravel in capital letters, labeled as such. Why do you continue to call it stone, not gravel? I call it stone because that's what it is. This is limestone. It's not lime gravel. And you can tell the difference between stone and gravel. Stone has like jagged edges, you know, like angular shapes to it, where gravel, like river gravel, is smooth and rounded, like from natural weathering. So this is stone. Around here we have gravel, which is called river gravel. It's brown, different colors, but rounded and smooth. They wash it and pick out, you know, particular sizes, screen it, and sell it that way, where limestone stone is crushed, which is why it has jagged edges and angular shapes to it. And this stuff here locks in much better than like gravel. River gravel, you know, you drive on it, just kind of pushes out from your tires and stuff. You want angular edges to lock all that in place. So that's why I call it stone, because that's actually what it is. However, I will say that a lot of people just see a stone driveway and call it a gravel driveway. But I do know, like around here, if you call a supplier and ask for 2B gravel, like I want a load of 2B gravel, you're gonna get a load of brown rock, round and smooth, about that big. So when I call, I make sure I specify, you know, I want 2B limestone or just 2B stone, and I'll get the right stuff. So 2B or not 2B, whatever. So I'm back at the house now, and tell them what happened.
Power outage.
Power outage, and you can tell the crazy weather we're having here. But yeah, I have no idea. And I guess it's a pretty big outage this time. I was wrong the other night, but this one seems to be. I just checked Facebook. Looks to be everyone 10-15 miles of here is out of power. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I actually got the EcoFlow out. I needed to charge a DeWalt battery. Got Hunter's iPad charging, my phone charging. But these are pretty handy in these situations.
Glad you have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that though. Perfect day. And it's cool, so it's not like a lot of people using their air conditioners, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, I just took some of these red pine boards down here to the mill. These are about 11-12 inches wide, and I just sawed some real nice pieces here that I'll use for trim on the chicken coop. I've got all the siding on the chicken coop. I'll show you that in the next video, but I'm going to use this right here for the trim. So I don't know if I mentioned or not, but this red pine that I'm going to use for trim, we'll just run one side through the planer and it'll match everything else on the chicken coop. But we'll probably stain this something dark and then something more natural on the sides of the coop. But anyway, I am a little bit shy on the number 3 rock. I had it dumped pretty close to the sawmill, so I used the smooth bucket on the BX to pull it back. I can get one load in my dump trailer. We'll finish this up, no problem at all. But I don't want to skimp right here. Right over in here is where the fill starts, right there, from there down. So I want to make sure I got a nice base in here. Well, before I wrap this up, I have a little bit of good news, at least for us. The power just came back on. I just got word it was off for about 4.5 hours. I'm not sure what the problem was, but it appears it was a pretty big outage. But anyway, I think that's about it. Appreciate y'all being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.